Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's SEO question and answer session with me and Mr. Chris Palmer, SEO. Check him out on YouTube. Check him out wherever the hell else he hangs around.
Yes.
He's all over. But I search for Chris Palmer SEO, and I'm sure, almost certain, you will not miss him. So check him out. Also, do check out Niche Website Builders. Link is below if you're interested in building out a niche website. You can't be asked doing it yourself. They can do it all for you or bits of it for you. So do check them out as well if you're interested in niche websites. I think it's the way forward, Chris. Whilst we're waiting for people to come in, Chris, do you still have this thing where you're going with niche websites? You building out websites and shit, or are you totally bogged down with whatever else you're doing?
No. I was cheaping out. No, I've been adding people to help with the day-to-day flow, but I don't want to hinder, creativity and stuff that actually interests me personally, like filling orders. So no, I'm still building out. I would say that they are niche specific websites, affiliate sites, AdSense sites. Yeah, I'm still going, man.
Still going for it.
Yeah,
that's
still going for it.
I think the majority of people, it comes down to time rather than anything, that where they always fail. It's just like, dude, where are you at with those or that website? And everyone's just like, dude, I've been busy with clients, I've been busy with this problem, I've been busy with that. So it's making the time to do it. It's the key part in the whole fucking process.
That's everything.
It is. But guys, we're not here to talk about niche websites. We're here to talk about what you want to talk about. Any questions you've got, please do put them over in the chat there. If you're on another platform and you don't get your question answered, please do try and come through to YouTube, and we will answer as many questions as we possibly can. We do have a first question, Chris.
Cool.
Thomas, the Train Toys and more. Do blog comments with a backlink help your SEO in any way, shape, or form?
Yes, of course. I think it's just like any link. I think that there's a value there, of course. I think they're more, at least for us, I think that they're more valuable when utilizing them alongside of a name, address, phone number, right? Mm-hmm. So utilizing them as an unstructured citation and maybe sending them off to a tier 1 instead of into a main website, I think that's where the most value is. So definitely, to answer your question simply.
So there is always a value. I remember, I want to give a little scenario here. The guy, Chris Walker from the tool Legit, asked me to talk about a couple of gigs on Legit that I have used and particularly enjoy. And one of those was a guy who does blog comments. And I put that up there for a very specific reason. And the backlash I got from it was insane. People are like, what the fuck, dude? It's not 2010. What sort of fucking idiot are you? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, guys, I'm not fucking saying it's the be-all and end-all. I use, like, whether you like it or not, you can fuck off. But does it help with indexing? Does it help with a whole bunch of other stuff? Yes, it's part of my formula. Like, fuck off. So, like people say, like you say, it certainly has a part to play in the overall setup for a lot of people. So, yeah. But yeah, I had the usual crowd come after me, telling me I was a douchebag and stuff like that, which is always fun.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, they're on page 2.
Exactly. But hey, TG Bowman, you guys ever use any automation? Start again. You guys ever use any automation software like Power Automate or UiPath? I've been playing with PAD for the last month, and I've been able to automate a lot. So, Chris, what do you think?
Power Automate. I know that Mike's a big fan of these types of softwares. That's definitely an old school software. Hey, if it's working for you, that's great. As far as me and my process, it's not something that I personally play with. But if you're automating a lot and you're enjoying it, excellent. Keep running.
But to answer that question specifically, though, Chris, you do use automation, right?
I do, yes.
Yeah. Custom scripts, whatever.
Scripts, yep. Headless browsers, definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah. So, whatever way you do it, TJ, it's entirely up to yourself. If that way's working, fine. I know people like Holly use Zenoposter for certain things, and yeah, there's loads of different fucking options out there. But I think whatever works for you, man. Whatever you're trying to automate, do whatever's easy for you.
Because it's just bogging you down with busy work. You know, if there's something you can automate or at least semi-automate, definitely worth your effort or a small investment. I
spoke at an event in Poland a few years ago, and I remember talking to this big guy, and he says, Craig, and he wanted to have a conversation with me after my speech, and he said, Craig, I want to know some more shit. So he was asking me questions. He says, Craig, only tell me shit that I can automate. I'm not fucking interested in anything else you've got to say unless I can automate it. So help me out. Help me out. So, and the same was over in America, I think. When I met Dory Friend, who's the organizer of SEO Rockstars, I think she's very much another one who is very much into automating everything and anything she can, which, you know, it's a smart way forward. So massive respect to those who do it. Jonesy, good to see Jonesy here. William Jones, for anyone who says, who the hell's Jonesy? I don't know why I call him Jonesy, but everyone's like, who the fuck's Jonesy? And I'm like, William Jones? They're like, why are you calling him Jonesy? I'm like, what the fuck? I thought that's what everyone called him. But I've heard William, Jonesy for me. But anyway, good to see you, Jonesy. Here's a question for you, Chris. What do you think is the the best iframe stacking and map stacking method? And do you sell anything like that?
I don't sell anything like that. I don't know. I don't know who would have the best or where the best is. Do I sell anything like that? No. Map stacking. I haven't done map stacking since 2018. It's been a long time. Like going and getting all those different accounts, like it's just too much work, man. Too much work for me. Nah, I don't know where to go, and it's just too much work. Not enough oomph, in my opinion.
It's always good to be honest with stuff like that. I think it's nice to hear people being honest about it. You know, there's just not enough oomph around all this shit that we throw at the wall. So, interesting take. Simon Hogman is here. Good to see you, Simon. And Jonesy likes the nickname. Exactly, Jonesy. I'm sure you've been called a lot worse. Let's be honest. You've been called a lot worse. So, Jonesy, for me, is a good nickname. I'm sticking with it, man. I ain't changing. I like Jonesy as well. Just like everyone calls Chris Palmer. Palmer is what he gets told. You know, anyone will say, where's Palmer? Where's Palmer? Where's Palmer? So it's Palmer for me. So yeah, got to have fun. TG is asking, what's your thoughts and impressions on the recent spam update, Chris? You seen anything major happening or anything you think could be going on?
I have noticed that on some of the what do I want to call them? I guess lower tier stuff. It's not like I was getting penalties, but it does seem as though the stuff that was powered up with a little bit lesser quality type links has seen a little bit of a dip lately. So do I think that in the last 30 days that I've noticed on the stuff where we were taking shortcuts, am I seeing a little bit of a decline? For sure. Oh yeah, definitely. No doubt. But that's what you get. That's what you get.
Yeah. So the shit that you've been cheating with has been slapped to
Yes.
some degree. I think I don't know what people expect. Obviously, not against TJ here, but I think if you are cutting corners, you are going to get slapped by one of the updates. I don't know what people would expect. They go, oh fuck, Google's a bitch and all that stuff. It's part of the risk, I guess.
For sure.
But hey, we like shortcuts. I do like shortcuts myself, but
who doesn't?
Yeah. I'd rather cheat and win than play fair and lose, put it that way. So that's just my motto.
Sounds good.
It doesn't matter whether I'm playing chess, whether I'm this, if I can get a freebie or a free ride. Just like Chris at SEO Underground taking a free strawberry daiquiri. He thought Christmas was all came at once. Someone was handing out free booze. That came back to haunt him. But yeah, that was funny. I still laugh at that one.
I'm not one to turn down a free beverage. It wasn't my drink of choice, but
a strawberry daiquiri. I should have got a fucking picture. I was too tired to take a picture, actually. But just seeing Chris with a strawberry daiquiri would have paid for good leverage somewhere along the line. But you're going to Rockstars, right?
Yeah, definitely am. Yeah, I'm leaving on the 7th, I think.
Oh, really? I'm going to try and get there early. So it's on between the 10th and the 12th. I'm going to try and get there for about the 8th, just so that I've got a few days to fucking acclimatise, because that last trip to America and jet lag and all that, it was just chaotic. So I'm going to have a few days.
It should be nice there because it's cold here. It should be nicer there. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
And there's VIP, right? The day before. Isn't that like the 8th or something? I don't know. I heard something about machine guns, perhaps.
Listen, I'm doing anything, dude. I'll go wherever you're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there's guns, shit, let's go.
Sounds good. That's what I was thinking.
Listen, we don't get guns over here. So when I last, not when I was in Nashville, but the time before when I was in America, me and my friend were down the gun range every day. We were like kids, like boom, 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 boom. Because we don't get guns in the UK, that's like a proper novelty. So having the kickback off of the guns and all that shit was insane. So I know you guys probably play with guns more than me. I've never seen anything close to resembling a real gun before. So yeah,
especially Texas
guns.
Especially where we're going. I'm assuming that I would venture to guess that there's going to be a lot of places to shoot guns there. I would guess. I don't know. It is Texas. Yeah.
Is that funky? Is that a funky place to go?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's not. I live up north. It's definitely not like New York City. Well, I know that for sure. Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Anyway, Facebook user, what do you call niche websites? I finally created my network of geo-localized domain names and have created over 100 sites around the UK, slowly generating leads. Listen, there's a lead gen site. It could be seen as a niche site if all of those 100 sites are
plumbers or
whatever in the one niche. I mean, the term niche sites is thrown around a lot on Twitter, where every new guy is a niche website builder. See what I've done there? But yeah, they're all throwing this word niche websites about. Photography is a niche, and I think Jean-Luc from Cambridge. I've not actually spoke to you for a while, but I think I would call that niche sites. They're all photography, all geo. What would you call that, Chris?
It's lead gen sites. Yeah, but they are niche specific though, so you can call whatever you want, right?
Money, dollar. That's
you
what
go.
it should be called. Nerdy Romero is here. Hope you're well, buddy. But guys, do keep your questions coming in the chat. We are here to answer as many questions as you can throw at us. But in terms of the lead gen website, niche website, whatever, on that stuff, who cares who calls them? Like guys in America call things completely different from what we call things in the UK and stuff as well. So as long as you know what they are, I think that's the most important thing.
100%.
Certainly when you're speaking to guys like Brad and Mike, you know, the way the language they talk in is very, very different from what I'm normally used to talking in with my SEO friends. So you're just like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? What the fuck is this shit? So yeah.
What do you think about Ezoic as opposed to, say, AdSense?
You know, I've never tried Ezoic. I keep hearing people talking about Ezoic. I've heard talks from people on Ezoic. I get it, right? So Adam Smith, who from Niche Website Builders, was on a show yesterday with me, and we were talking about, you know, back in 2020 when a lot of affiliate websites get hit by the massive update because they all had shit content, the best this, the best that. It was all commercialized. As far as he's concerned, he has kind of moved over to Ezoic. Obviously, trying to monetize an informational website through AdSense is quite a hard task, but Ezoic are paying a lot more money than AdSense. So he feels that that's a good viable option, and I get it. He wants to get away from the typical shitty Amazon affiliate model where it's the top 5 this, the top 10 that, because, you know, it's crap and, you know, they're junk. So I think people are having to kind of think of Ezoic, just because the payouts are a lot higher than your AdSense. So, and all of us, no matter what way you want to dress this up, we want to drive traffic and make money from it. End of story. So, I've not personally used it, but I think based on what Adam's saying, trying to get away from the kind of typical affiliate model using your Amazon links and whatnot, and maybe trying to just monetize through ads, I think Ezoic's a great way to potentially do that. So they've got AI, you know, the more content you've got, the more slots you've got. And, you know, I read and I watch this stuff very, very closely, and people are doing very well from it. So
Yep.
something that that I'm going to consider.
That's what I've been thinking. Like,
So
because the AdSense is a little bit lackluster. you
yeah,
know?
that's the thing is, Chris. We both know, you know, through the traffic you generate through YouTube, you know, you're paid peanuts in terms of that. So it's not a viable, you know, you'd have to be on here all day, every day to make a fucking normal,
An actual living. Oh yeah.
yeah. So
And take
it's
donations, sell t-shirts. Like, to actually make it really actually like a job, you'd have to like live here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and who's going to do that? Fuck that. So Ezoic is definitely what I'm considering. Not used it. I said to Adam yesterday, out of all the websites I've had in the past, I've never been an AdSense guy either. I think, you know, when you've got a website and you put ads on it, it kind of makes it look
Diminishes.
shittier. Yeah.
Of course. Oh yeah.
I've always been that guy, but again, we've got to make money as traffic drivers. So, you know, is that, are we being forced down that route? I think we are to a certain degree. So it's worth taking and you know, trying it out and seeing what works, because I'm seeing people making money with it all over the
Yeah.
place. So
Oh,
I want some of
definitely.
that.
It's a little slice, like a little taste, you know.
But going back to Jean-Luc from Cambridge's website, so he's got 100 of these photography websites. Would you see that as spam websites, Chris?
I think, I mean, that's in the eye of the beholder, right? I mean, if they're converting and they're being held like in regard like a normal website, because they are normal websites, I mean, hey, how's the conversion rate? Is it working? Is it generating leads? How's the rankings? I mean, who's ever going to know other than your own opinion within your own mind? You know what I mean? Like you're looking in like, oh, is this spam? Like, but is it? Is it working? Is it ranking? Is it converting? Are you getting leads? That's how I would judge. So look at the top guy, look at yours. What's the difference? Where's the deficit? How does it look spammy to you as opposed to this guy or guy or girl, whatever?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's
making you money though. Who fucking cares? Is the reality.
I wouldn't be worried about that.
Nerdy Romero, do you have experience being removed from Bing and then DuckDuckGo? Had a lead gen site completely removed a few days ago that generated money only from there. Any ideas on getting it put back up? So have you ever had that happen, Chris, where it's just Bing?
Never. No, not that I've ever noticed. Bing, definitely not DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo shows, I don't know, all kinds of weird things. So no, unfortunately not, but I'm not really, I mean, how many people are looking? Maybe I have, I just never noticed, to be honest with you. I'm not like going and checking like, oh, hey, how's my Bing doing today? You know, I just don't. It's Google.
But surely, like Bing is easier to rank on than Google, in my opinion, anyway. You know, if you were banned, how do you get banned only from Bing? Like, surely it would potentially have to, potentially maybe get banned from Google, unless you've done something with Bing ads or done something hooky to Bing. You'd have to look into that, but you need to go into your kind of Bing webmaster and see if you've got any kind of notifications as to why they don't like you. But you know, getting banned from Bing is a pretty low blow.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah.
So yeah, I've not got personal experience on that, but check Bing webmaster too.
Bing is weird though. Like you'll be doing awesome on Google, and then for just for kicks, I'll go and check Bing, and I'll be like, wait, I'm number 2 here, and I'm number 19 here. How? And then you look at the sites that are winning here, and you go and look on Google, and they're getting rocked most of the time. So I find that to be interesting. But man, when you're looking at traffic being derived from these other platforms, like it's so small. Do you get a lot of traffic from other sources? Not really, right?
To be honest, Chris, I don't even know. I don't look, to be honest.
That's fair.
I
just look at SimilarWeb. That's the only reason I know.
I mean, I do get traffic from a number of different sources, but it's probably very minimal. It's not like I go, oh, I'm surprised by the amount of traffic that comes from Bing or anything like that. That's certainly not the case. But yeah, I don't even look. That's the honest answer. As long as I'm doing all right in Google, I don't. The rest follows on. But Jean-Luc originally had his ads account closed as Google thought he was cloaking. He generated 250 leads over 65 of those sites and sold them in return for commissions to local photographers. Not much, but investors are now interested to growing the network. So that's progress right there. If you're able to generate leads across those websites, and you're able to do that, it's all about scale and making the websites, money websites. I wouldn't see them as a network or a spam network or a PBN or whatever you want to call that. If they're all individual websites targeting local things, they've got their own content, own backlink profile, own traffic, then I would continue to grow that. And if you've got an investor looking to do that, then happy days. Take their money and try to grow it properly. It's always nice to get a little shove up in the right direction, Chris. I'm sure, if we could have all had that at the start of our journeys, we'd be all financially...
At the start, yeah, that would have been nice. Hey, if you got something that's working, I would run that up. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good opportunity. And by experience, if you have keywords in your domain name, you can rank top of Bing very easily. So yeah, keyword-rich domains work on Bing. Susie Bloomfield, how are you? Are you coming to Rockstars, Susie? I've not seen Susie for a long time, but I actually met Susie at the last SEO Rockstars. So Susie from Brazil. Do you know Susie, Chris?
Just from seeing her on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a nice lady. Brent McNutt, hello. How's it going? And Facebook user says, cheers, mate. We still need you to put in questions in the chat, guys. Bombard us with questions. We have got 35 minutes left. Also, do give us a little like on the video if you've enjoyed the content. And subscribe to this channel and give this man a little subscribe over at Chris Palmer SEO. As I've said on a million occasions, he's churning out a serious amount of videos on a weekly basis and still hasn't stopped. Any sign of that stopping, Chris?
No, it's not. If I'm breathing, no.
Nah.
It's part of the. No, definitely not.
That's part of the Palmer.
It's part of it. Yeah. The only other thing that I've been watching, like I watch Neil and I watch Ahrefs. What do? They have a video and then they have a piece of content to back that up. So
yeah,
that's the only piece that I'm missing. But I'm training a young lady on that right now. Like, hey, here's how I want it done. Here's how to optimize it. Your job is just this. So I'm going to try it out. I want to try it out for 6 months and see if it increases for me. So I'll let you know.
Why wouldn't it though? I think,
Exactly.
You're taking advantage of YouTube in a massive way, but I think you are missing a bit of the jigsaw there. So
a massive piece. Yeah, I think for sure.
Anyway, Honey is asking, tool for CTR manipulation. Does lesser pages in the website perform well in CTR manipulation?
I'm not sure exactly what you mean by lesser pages. Tool for CTR manipulation. Does lesser pages in website perform? What do you think she means by lesser pages?
I'm not maybe sure if she means pages that maybe rank less, like maybe page 2, page 3, whatever is what I would take from that. So would a weaker page and you do a bit of CTR, would it shove you up a bit?
1,000. Definitely. Just like links. If you're on page 3 or 4 and you introduce a factor, you get the biggest jump. But if I jump from spot 50 to 20, like that's a big jump, but who cares? Where it gets difficult is, can you get from 5 to 2 or 5 to 1? Now that's hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course it's going to be a lot more dramatic on those junkier pages, no doubt. But it's, yeah, of course. But as far as a tool, what tool are you using, Craig?
So at the moment, I'm trying to force real people over to the website now. I previously have used CTR Booster. I'm not going to sit and dismiss the tool. I think it does a good job as long as you're using the right proxies and all that kind of stuff. I can't be asked with that, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So CTR Booster, but I use a lot of paid social and stuff like that again to force people onto pages that I want them to be on. So there's no tool as such. I've tried a load of CTR tools. I am not finding that a lot of them are working as well as they once were. Now, to say that I don't use any CTR at all would be a lie. Our mutual friend, Big Reese, has his tool, but it's CTR on GMBs. So of course, I'm still playing around with that, and with Reese. But a general CTR tool, I would hate to sit here and say, here's a tool that works. You've got CTRify, which a lot of people talk a lot about. there's a whole bunch of stuff out there, but how effective are they is my question.
And in the long term.
Yeah. So that's why I'm a fan of the kind of paid ads and push notifications, sending, an email list out. You use your social media to drive people into inner pages on your website, whatever it might be. Try all of that first before we use a tool. Where possible, you might turn around and say, Craig, I've got no fucking mailing list, and I've not got this and I've not got that. But CTR tool, Chris, I genuinely, I wouldn't know what to say on that just now that would work really well.
Especially in the long term and consistently. That's not going to take a lot of time, and money and resource,
Yeah.
But I would definitely argue, though, that paid ads, once you're already in a really nice position, number 9, number 8 to a page, definitely helps. There's no doubt about it. So same with maps, same exact thing. If you can get verified and vetted traffic to an asset, you will get an increase, but the issue is for how long?
Yeah.
So that's what stings. It's just time and money. It's too much. Money Robot links. What do we have here? Do you think that they are okay to send to tier 1 buffer or only to tier 2? It's funny you say that. I'm literally testing that as we speak. Do you guys see my screen or something here? It's funny you say that. I'm literally going through that right now. I saw a couple competitors that were utilizing this quite consistently, utilizing it as a tier 2, propping up their tier 1 assets that were really high authority, such as, like a MySpace page or perhaps their Facebook page, this types of assets.
Yeah.
So we're trying it out. So I went out there and built 2,400 of those little subdomains to all of the assets to see. Let's find out. I don't know for sure yet. But I will know. I'm doing that. We're doing tiered linking with GSA. And then our friend Mark, he's got a license for SE Nuke or one of those, another older tool.
Yeah.
We're going to try that out too. So we'll see.
There you go,
Yeah.
Simon. But tier 2 for now until we hear otherwise. Safe to say that, Chris?
Definitely safe to say that.
Yeah. So hopefully that helps you, Simon. I cannot go this year, unfortunately, because of the jab certificate, Susie. I'm gutted you're not going, but it is what it is. Paul Delaney. Hello, CNC. This last week, G is sewing me. Tip, you may find better results with the following search terms. With 7 Bing links above ads, I can't find any info. You guys ever seen it?
This last week, G is showing me tip. You may find better results with the following search terms. No, but they've been testing a lot of weird stuff. So they might just be testing something in your region. I don't think that's uncommon because I see that all the time. Like in the local search forum, people say, "Hey, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this," and then other people are like, "I'm not seeing that." So
yeah,
it could be they're testing something on you, Paul.
And why not test it out in that Spanish market before you impact the UK or the US? So could be something like that, Paul. Just try it out in the old Spanish,
Yeah.
See if that shit works. And
they just test it in these odd places. Like, hey, how do these guys like this? Yeah.
They're using you, Paul. Google are using you as a fucking test site. That would be funny.
All the SERPs, they're just like, yeah, let's test this. Let's see what they do. It's funny.
Nerdy Romero went down a long rabbit hole with Bing ban. Seems random. No notice in Bing Webmasters and DuckDuckGo. Seems to get its list from Bing. The traffic converts well for me. Thanks anyhow. Good luck with it. Keep us posted if we get an answer to that, so that we can maybe tell other people in the future if we do get that question. But yeah, it seems strange. It is a strange one. Henry, hi, is there a proper way to shut down a website and remove it from Google Search Console? If so, what is it? Is it your website?
Yes.
first and foremost.
Yeah.
That's
what I was thinking. Wait a minute.
I'm making the assumption it would be yours, but
well, if it's yours, you can quite easily remove that account that's associated with it. But if it's someone else's, I have no idea.
So yes, it's Henry's website. So
go in there and remove access. There's probably countless tutorials walking through how to safely and effectively remove your account from Search Console. I would venture to guess.
Yeah.
There has to be
a ton of stuff on YouTube, or Chris will come out with a video later tonight if there isn't.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me do that.
But yeah, it's easy to do that, and obviously to shut down a website, it depends. Is it ever becoming alive? Just fucking close down your hosting, and get rid. That's it. There's no proper process. Just shut the fucking thing down. Yeah.
Can't think of anything else. Yeah, that sounds about right. Detach it, remove the sitemap, call it a day.
Throw it in the bin. Or if it's a good website, Henry, I might be in the market for buying it. You can't dismiss that, Chris. This could be a website with a lot of traffic. So
keep it on there. Don't worry about it. What's the domain?
So David Hennessy's saying Ezoic is great if your site fits into an Ezoic category. So yeah, your website should fit into one of those top paying categories. Do not come up with a niche website idea on the fly. I think that makes perfect sense. I just want to see Ezoic.
That's what I was just looking. Wait, is there a list of most profitable based upon EP? What was it? EPMV?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I just want to see Ezoic. I think you're going to have to take a bit more digging to find out what that is. But yeah, I need to do a bit of research into this and see what because I couldn't even tell you just now what
oh, there you go. Home and garden, geography. Interesting.
So
automotive.
So there's only certain categories you can go on with.
Home and garden's hopping. Interesting.
Really?
That's according to Zoic. They got the biggest. They're all the way up there. It's number one. Home and garden section. Yep.
Come on, dude. There's got to be
a big one.
They share numbers in them, so there is a Zoic YouTube interviews, and they share numbers in them. So there is lists out there, but yeah, it's a whole fucking new learning curve for me. This Zoic stuff, so and I'm not a huge fan of new learning curves, but creating tables, yeah, I'm gonna have to have a proper look at Zoic and see what the fuck's out there, see what I can do, because I'm missing a trick. One thing I was going to ask you, Chris, like you look around the same kind of guys that I'll look at in our industry. So you've got your Matthew Woodwards, Neil Patel, Diggity, whatever, all doing their thing out there. Is any of them running like any kind of ads on their fucking websites?
No. Not that I've noticed.
I'm just curious because I've never seen like a Woodward or even Neil Patel or whatever running ads on it. They would make a lot more money based on the traffic they get.
Yeah, but they probably make a fortune. But even Neil, like all of them are littered with advertisements, but just not in your face like Ezoic, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I was just curious why no one's done that yet. Like, just fucking put Ezoic or AdSense.
I don't know if I would do it on a personal site like that, but I have some other sites that I don't, you know, I'm curious to find out. I have one that's getting a couple thousand visitors a month. Just toss it on and see if they accept me. I don't know how it works yet. I'm just contemplating it, thinking about it. I'm not sure how it all works yet.
Yeah. But we will soon see. We will soon see. We'll get to the bottom of it and we'll make sure that you guys are kept posted. But guys, we've 20 minutes left. The questions are drying up again. So boom, as many questions as you can in the live chat, or we can talk Ezoic all night long. But that's entirely up to you guys. But I'm not sure. All of the comments that are coming through seem to be from YouTube. There was a few Facebook ones earlier. Nothing from LinkedIn. So if you are commenting these other platforms, at certain times they don't always pull through for some reason or another. Do you ever get that, Chris? Or is it just me on StreamYard? So when you're doing a live stream and then after you go and you see all these questions from other guys like on LinkedIn, they just don't fucking pull through on here. So,
well, when I was using it, I did notice that, but I don't know. I like that Restream one. I really like that.
So
that one worked.
What are you using right now? Restream?
Right now it's just OBS.
Oh, OBS.
Yeah.
So I'm still on StreamYard and it's decent, but I just think sometimes, you know, the questions don't always pop through.
I talked with that. Remember, you know, Andre, he runs that other channel called
the SEO show.
Yeah, the SEO show. Something so simple I couldn't think of it. But he's using Wirecast. And it's a one-time fee, and then you can it's like $6, but it's one time forever. And then you can go to everywhere. You can do the podcast, you can do all the channels, and it's a one-time deal, and you get all that customization. I thought that was pretty
good, but
works for him.
That guy, I mean, he's putting a lot of time and effort into that. Like, you'd need to be. I need something simple and
quick
easy,
and fast.
Yeah, I'm not fucking technical like that. Like, he's got his fucking.
He's in it. He's got the board.
He's got the fucking shit there, man. So I ain't even going to try and compete with him because he is absolutely. I seen actually he had a guy on the other day, a guy that I know from the UK, and the guy's like, dude, this is the best introduction to a show I've ever seen. But everyone says that. They're just like, whoa, like his little fucking the guy's a fucking genius. So
ultra produced. Yep.
But he's obviously got multiple skills there, graphic skills, video editing skills. Me trying to produce that would cost me
speaking, interviewing. Yeah, dude, he's got it going. Yep. Lighting. Yep.
The whole fucking works.
Good
so
show.
Yeah. But David is saying you can apply with any site topic, but the high paying categories can be between $20 and $50 per 1,000 page views. So you may get $5 per 1,000 page views in less popular topics.
15,000.
What's that in comparison with AdSense though, Chris? Like, what are we averaging on like YouTube? What if you ever tried to work out what we're getting per 1,000 views?
I don't know about the YouTube, but I have a site where like I've shown this one. Like we were doing like PlayStations, Xboxes, we were fixing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wasn't fixing them. A friend of mine was fixing them. So I was getting paid on that. And plus I was like recommending like soldering stuff, right? But in any case, I was getting $2 per 1,000 from AdSense.
$2 per 1,000.
Yeah. $2 per 1,000 visitors. $2. So, and then as far as like YouTube is concerned, that's AdSense like, dude, like I think it's like $600 a month, something like that. And I make a video almost every single day of my life.
And they're getting decent views. So
I get 5 to 1,000 views, 500 to 1,000, depending on the video and the video topic.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not, you know, when I first like started watching people, I thought that you made a lot of money from YouTube. But no, that's like you see these like channels, like you look up, hey, what we make from YouTube, and you go and look, and people are like, I made 20 grand in a month. I'm like, well, no, yeah, because you got 40 million views that month.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like a normal guy like me, like no way.
There's a
Like
chick.
6 is a good month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chase showed some of his stuff publicly, and he was doing like 1,400, but that was like make money online stuff.
Yeah.
Like he's doing like double. Dude, 6 is a good month for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Wow.
yeah, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Henry has a question. Is there a benefit to adding business name, address, and phone number to a company's YouTube channel videos at the bottom, or just do it on the About section, or both? You're not doing name, address, and phone number on your YouTube channel, are you, Chris?
Every video.
Every video?
Absolutely. Unstructured citation, definitely.
Fuck's sakes.
Yeah. I used to not put links in there. But when Google or YouTube came out with the new guideline, they were recommending that you point out to some of the social medias. They were recommending it. See, previously they didn't recommend it. Like
Yeah.
they only wanted you to use your approved website. So
Yeah.
now they're saying like other resources, they want you to do that. So when they made that update, I started adding my links in. But previously I never did.
And you don't see any kind of negative impact as a result of that?
No. Not since like, I don't know, what was it, in July? They came out with that new guideline. So since then, and I started adding them, I haven't seen any difference. A difference in actual people being able to see other things that I do, though. I have noticed that, thank goodness. I have a question, though. What do you think about when you're setting up, say, multiple websites, and utilizing the, say, like a JS Deliver or perhaps a Cloudflare or something along these lines? What is your opinion, personal opinion, on masking the IPs through a CDN? What do you think about that? Do you think Google is smart enough to understand that it's a mask?
I would assume so. Just by sheer default and the volume and the level of data they've got access to, surely they can understand that quite easily. I think you'd be foolish to think otherwise. I think they can see what's going on, and they can either choose to ignore it or to act on it or whatever. But I think we'd be delusional to think that Google can't figure things out based on all of these kind of things that go on out there, whether you're using a CDN, whether you're masking this, whether you're trying to avoid certain footprints. I think Google's seen everything a million times before, and a data science is crunching all that stuff all the time for them.
And what makes me think about this is I've been using that platform like Duda, right? And if you go look at, say, anybody's site that's on Duda and you do a IP lookup, it'll showcase an IP. And then go pick any other Duda site. It'll be literally the same IP.
Yeah.
So like, and they don't have any trouble. So like so if we take this down to a gray hat level, in your opinion, personal opinion, does the IP matter?
Nah. I mean, it depends. Obviously for Duda, I think are a well-established company. I think Google would be able to say, right, that's Google, that's Duda's IP. We know what they're fucking doing. So
Of course,
that's not. I think if you were doing something a bit funky and it was all in one IP address, I think potentially you can get slammed for certain things. I think whether that be a PBN network all in one IP address, I certainly would be mixing it up at that point for that purpose. Does it really matter from a Google perspective? I don't know definitively whether it does or not, but I know that I would always play the cautious approach because I know they would come for me for things like that. Whereas I think Duda and whatever other reason that you want to throw out there, I think certainly get past a pass for that type of thing. It is what it is, and it's Duda are not up to no funny business. But if it's Chris Palmer and 100 of his hooky fucking websites, lead gen websites, I think you're leaving yourself open to taking.
Well, yeah.
So I would mix that up.
Yeah, I just because I see those sites performing well, and it's just I'm thinking to myself like, dang, you got. I just use that as an example. Nothing against them. I use Duda. I like Duda. I'm just thinking of it like, dang, they could do this over here, and we're talking about 2 million sites. So if you could get off 2 million, can I get off 100? You know what I mean?
I think if you were doing it in small numbers, I mean, 100's probably quite a lot, depending on what you were doing. But I don't think you would have to. Yeah, it depends on what kind of shit you're doing. But I think if you did have, the chap earlier, the photography websites, and you had 100 of them, and they were all sat in one shared server, one IP address, same kind of shitty content, same. I think Google will fucking smash that
all day long. Yeah. Even if you're hiding it, because when you go and you check the IP, like when you check in a tool, it'll be all different IPs because you're hiding behind a CDN.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like, that's like a Mac. Does Google know your MAC address? They say, no, they can't look at that. But what do you like?
Come on. I don't believe for a second they can't. So,
right.
It's, and I think that's where it's going to go forward. I think Google have to dig a bit deeper into these things if they want to understand really what's going on behind the scenes, because we can mask certain things, but
and that might be a bad term I used, masking, because it shows unique. But yeah, I was just curious about that.
But for Duda, I think they've got a pass, and anyone else of that stature, I think if it's little guys like us, that's who Google are looking to sort out.
I know why. I'm just one little guy out here, just trying to launch 2,500 sites. Like, can I live?
But I think Duda in general probably pay a lot of money or generate a lot of money for Google in some way. So you get past that. So you're not fucking giving nothing to Google, Chris. Your hand's always out. Give me AdSense. Give me this. What else have you got? Can I steal some of your content, Mr. Google? So I think in that respect, I think I can see why Google would be looking to see what shit you're up to.
I always told my son I work for Google. Like, I've been a Google employee for years, decades.
Half true, right? That's half true.
It's half true. Yeah.
But have you never been invited to see the Google headquarters or anything like that?
I stood in front of the Google headquarters one time.
I certain people in our industry who get invites to like days out at these fucking things. My invite must keep getting lost in the post. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Clearly.
But, I need to look into that a bit more and see why I'm potentially not getting an invite. But there's certain faces, Holly Starks and stuff like that, I don't expect to see in there anytime soon. Maybe one day, aye. No, listen, they could learn a thing or two if they did invite her over. So, Google, if you're watching, give us all an invite. A black hat day out.
Yeah, that would be great. And did you ever see those food bars they have in there? Like they got 4 meals a day. Man, it's crazy there. One last thing, I think it could help a lot of people and myself. Since we have time left and I don't see any questions here.
Nope.
Oh damn, I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about Google and the food because I'm getting hungry. On the site note, oh damn, I lost it. I'm sorry, man. I had a question brewing. Then I started thinking about Google serving food.
Oh,
yeah. The sites. That's what it is. If you had, say, a network of sites, do you think that it would lend a hand of legitimacy to have maybe an AdSense or an Ezoic put onto said sites? Because the objective is to make these sites appear to be as legitimate as possible. Do you think would that lend legitimacy? Because it's like a double whammy. Like I'm able to get, it's a double whammy for revenue. Like I know it's pennies, but is it worth it? Would you do that or nah? No, thank you.
I've always stayed clear of it, but I think if you were going to do it and you were going to use the same AdSense account,
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, okay, I got you.
It's like 100 websites. Come on, man.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you're right. That's funny.
Maybe
what a way to pick them, huh? Good.
Yeah. I'm going to make the assumption, even with Ezoic, they would know 100 websites coming from the one Ezoic account. Come on,
these sites look a lot alike.
So I think
that's interesting. Good.
So for me, that would be a footprint in itself. Listen, I don't know. I've not tried it, but and it's for that reason. Fuck that.
No, you haven't tried that. No, Chris, I wouldn't try that.
I certainly would.
Maybe on one or two. The ones that are really performing, maybe.
Yeah, you could try it. Jose, he used to go and eat at one of the campuses with a buddy of mine. What, can you randomly just go in there and just eat, or do you still need an invite? Because,
dude, because I'm starving, I'll hop on a plane.
But I don't know if you could just rock up there. Surely you can't just rock up and.
That would be cool.
But it's all free shit, right? For employees, you just eat what you want and go.
Yeah, it's all over drinks and like all kinds of stuff. It's insane. It's huge.
Yeah,
what a cool place to work, huh?
Yeah, no, I'd love to do it. I've also heard there's a hosting company in the UK, and David Hennessy says that's his 99 AdSense website approved. They check badges now, but there's a hosting company called UK Fast, who are they've got an office round about the Manchester area, and apparently that's they've got a nightclub in there just for staff. They've got all sorts of shit in there. It's a bit like Google by the sounds of things. So that would be quite interesting to see. Don't know if any of the other chaps in the chat there have seen or heard of UK Fast's office, but I know there's certain people that have been invited there and talk very highly of it. But even to go from like the second floor down to the first floor, you can literally go down in a chute if you want, if you can't be fucking arsed taking the elevator or the steps or whatever. Just fucking sit in a chute.
Like a little slide. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure at my age how that would work. I'd probably break a few bones and shit, but it seems like a lot of fun.
I love it.
But,
dude, and you're funny on those TikToks. You're like in this like super plush place and like in a hot tub, and you're like, you're just funny. It's like super plush, right? Like really nice spot, and then the spa doesn't like bubble. You're funny, dude.
Oh, dude,
like, this place sucks. Like, you're funny, man.
Like I was so the wife didn't come, and it was a friend's wedding, so the wife wasn't there. So I got to my lodge and I'm like, fuck this, let's go in this fucking hot tub, chill out. And the fucking jets weren't working, man. Like, fuck. That was just a massive fucking letdown. So, yeah, it was.
It's just funny. Like, that's like, I don't know. It's just, I thought it was funny.
It's just my luck to have shit like that. But hey. But Susie is laughing. Susie, if you don't follow me on TikTok, you have to. If you want some stupidity. Not a lot of SEO stuff going on there. But Chris, on a final note, whilst we've got like a minute left, you still doing TikTok for SEO reasons? Are you fucking around with it? Are you getting any traffic from it yet? Or did you give up?
I mean, I mess around with it, but it's not a platform for me. I think for actual business owners, like I've been messing around with all of them. I think it's LinkedIn and YouTube is probably the best place, and Facebook for me. Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest. I'm good.
Dude, I'm telling you just now, there's one there that I know for a fact SEO guys get traffic from, and it's that Pinterest. I need to get back into it. Pinterest, there's too many guys getting SEO traffic from that. And I need to try and figure that one out. TikTok, I've tried. I don't think there's anything there I would agree with you on Twitter. But this fucking Pinterest, dude, there's something there. And people are getting fuck tons of traffic from it. And
Yeah, I think there's something there but like all the tools for like scraping the format that you need, and then
yeah,
like there's no tool that really automates it to be able to crank out the content fast enough.
yeah,
There's like too much time involved to get it to do it right. Like there's no good tools unless you know of a good tool, do you? One that'll scrape the photos, spin
nah.
the nah.
Don't look at this guy Mario saying that's dead. Come on, it is not.
Now you said
Mario,
it's dead. Now I'm like, oh, is it? I don't believe it.
David Hennessy, you should watch Crime Lord. It's on Amazon Prime. I was in it for 3 or 4 episodes with that gun. Fucking, I should be the new James Bond, to be fair. Pinterest is for e-com is good, and Susie, get it? Give me a follow. I'll give you a follow back, and hopefully catch you over there. But guys, we are out of time. We didn't have a lot of questions this week. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but
No.
do you know what? It was actually the same on my private mastermind today. A lot of the English guys didn't turn up. I don't know why, and it seems like a lot of the English guys haven't turned up today that are regulars. So I don't know if it's a fucking holiday or something, but it was the same
Maybe.
in that actual mastermind as well, because someone commented on it like, fucking, where is all the English guys? But sometimes you get weeks like that.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments if you're still enjoying the show. Do check out Chris Palmer SEO over on YouTube and wherever. And Niche Website Builders, guys, check them out as well. The link is below. And we will catch you at the same time next week. Catch y'all later.
See you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks, Craig.